I watched the Dune movie. Is that a hot topic?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, people are talking about it.
Okay, go on.
It's a movie.
Yeah,
it's a movie.
I saw it.
Yeah, okay.
How was it?
It was fucking amazing.
Really?
I genuinely don't understand. Like, normally, right? Online, okay?
Okay.
People love to be critics
Right.
about movies, right?
No.
You go into Rotten Tomatoes, you go into
Right.
IMDb,
Yeah.
all sorts of self-acclaimed critics, right?
Yeah.
And, most of the time, I'm okay with opposite opinions because I always want to know like what the opposite opinion is, right? It's
Yeah.
like, okay, if
feel like
I
I know where
really
this is
enjoyed
going.
something,
Where are you going
right,
with
then
this?
I want to see like how bad it is, or like
Okay.
if I really hated something, I want to know, why people might have enjoyed it, right?
Yeah.
I'm usually open to it. I think this might be the first time in my life where I don't understand the opposite opinion. Because I saw so many people on like Twitter and like Rotten Tomatoes like rating Dune as like, oh, it was shit, it was a disappointment. And I'm like, did you watch the same movie that I watched?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it was genuinely the first time where I'm like, I actually don't understand your criticisms. Like, is that
Why
weird?
are you brain dead?
Yeah, why? It's like, were you asleep during the movie? Like,
So what about it's so good then? I mean, because I'm going to watch it,
Okay.
but I've
same
been
here.
watching like every other movie except that movie.
so like, for one, it's like one of the, so I'm like a massive fan of the books.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Like-
haven't read the book.
Okay, but that's all
Can I
right.
still enjoy it?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. So I went with a couple of my friends. One of them has read the books, and the other two hadn't read the books.
Okay.
Right, so it was good to find out if you needed to be a fan of the books or not. Luckily, everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I think it's because the movie did a really good job of like picking and choosing like the right information to leave in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of information from the books that they didn't include in the movie.
I mean, naturally.
I mean, that's
yeah.
just how book
Yeah,
adaptations
I
are.
mean, Dune is like, especially Dune is like so fucking extensive when it comes to its lore. Like
Right.
literally
Yeah.
the first book, at the back of the book, there's a literal glossary of terms that you need to understand
Wow.
to read the book. Like that's how
so it's just like its own terms that it's made up, or
its
just
own
actual
terms that it's made
Okay,
up. Like
okay.
Frank
No, thank
Herbert,
you.
who was the creator, was like he was so five head with this shit
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like, you also have to understand this was written in like 1965. Like it's a 50-year-old sci-fi book.
Is that old?
It's really old. Yeah.
I've heard it's like visually and the sound is amazing.
Oh, dude!
Yeah.
Like
The music, score, that's what it's
I'm
called.
gonna. This might be a hot take, but I think it is one of Hans Zimmer's best soundtracks.
That is some
I-
fighting words
I-
because
I
he's
just-
had some amazing soundtracks.
Like, I thought-
the boom guy.
Yeah.
the boom guy.
Every Hans Zimmer one has the boom.
Like
Or something like
I
that.
love
I
Hans.
could- I
Zimmer.
could be wrong.
Yeah, I love Hans Zimmer. Like Lion King soundtrack, epic. Inception.
He did Lion King?
Yeah.
Did Lion King?
Yeah, he did Lion King.
What?
Wait,
You,
what?
you didn't know he did Lion King?
No.
No.
Yeah, Hans Zimmer did the Lion
I thought
King
it was
soundtrack.
Elton John. I'm joking.
He solo carries Lion King.
No, he did the Lion King soundtrack.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yep.
He
He actually.
to be
you
fair,
can fact check,
to
but I'm
be
pretty
fair,
sure he
to
did.
be
Lion-
fair, with Lion King, I don't remember the soundtrack as in like the
I just
background
remember
music.
Elton
I
John
remember
going
Elton
ham,
John.
You're just going ham. man.
He did go ham on
He's
that.
going
To
in.
be fair,
Yeah.
but he did. He did Lion King. He did Inception. He obviously
Yeah.
basically every Christopher Nolan movie
All right.
he did.
Yeah.
And I thought he peaked at like Interstellar, right? Like that's like the one soundtrack everyone says is like, yeah, fucking amazing movie soundtrack.
So what would you give the movie out of 10, if I dare ask for your score? This archaic
Out of
system
10?
of judging movies. Yeah. Cool.
I'd give it like a strong 9.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just
Because-
gonna watch it.
I was going to watch it because the biggest criticism I've heard, if you can even call it a criticism, really,
it's,
is that so much of it depends on
Number
Dune
2, right?
Part 2.
Yes.
Because I've heard it's just
Yes.
it's not a full movie. It's just
It covers
half a
the
movie.
first half of the first book.
Yeah.
And it's a 2.5-hour movie.
Well, when they release Dune 2, they'll probably do the whole. You can watch the first movie before the second one. You know,
Yeah.
Like a
they
bundle
did,
package,
like they did
right?
with the Avengers.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
you can watch Infinity War before Endgame.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
midnight. Yeah.
Well, what I've heard about Part 1 of Dune is that it's not like, say, Avengers Infinity War or like Lord of
It's
the
like
Rings.
trying to build a whole world. Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
where you don't get like a natural story arc. It's just you get half a story.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard it's abrupt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does kind of just
I
end
can
with
see where that pisses people off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think as well, the other big thing is that I feel a lot of the criticisms I saw is that I think they kind of almost gave it a little bit of false advertising with like the trailer, because I watched the trailer of it and there's like, it looks like an action sci-fi.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Dune is not an action sci-fi. It's a political sci-fi.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's tough though. You can't market politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why
Mecha fans are crying.
I'm sure you can.
Where is my politics?
Okay, I mean, you can market politics, but in a movie, it's kind of hard to be like, and then he signed the paper and making the agreement. You know?
Yeah. I mean, that's just like a lot of mecha anime in a nutshell. People are just like, oh, giant robots got pew pew pew, and then they're like, wait a minute, I'm really invested in these colonies and the politics of these colonies.
Like, what is all this government bullshit?
What is
Well,
what's
it's like
going
Game of
on
Thrones.
now?
You don't tell someone Game of Thrones is like a political thriller of backstabbing and stuff. You're like, it's got dragons and zombies and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like, and then like, oh.
Yeah, because I watched the trailer and literally the entire trailer is it's like 80% of it is a lot of like fighting scenes.
Yeah.
But what's funny is that like all the fighting scenes in the trailer are all the fighting scenes in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, okay.
And so
I'm not going to watch the trailer now because there's spoilers.
No, so I can see why. Like, I think people might have been maybe like misinformed about it if they'd never like read the books or anything.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Since living in Japan, I've been doing this thing where I just don't look at reviews before and after the movie.
Yeah.
Full stop. I just do not look at reviews anymore. I just look at the movie. I watch a trailer. I'm like, it looks okay.
Yeah.
Or even sometimes I don't even watch the trailer. I just pick one.
Yeah.
And I just go to the cinema and I watch it.
Right.
And I've been really enjoying movies a lot more.
I think that's the right thing to do.
that's the right thing to do.
It's hard because sometimes I watch a movie and I'm like, I think that was good. But I need someone else to also tell me it was good.
Right.
Because that's the age we live in.
Yeah, because I experienced that recently with, I'm sure, I don't think we can spoil it, but we were asked to watch something by a company, right? And it was the first time.
Did you have to make that so obvious?
Okay, but it was the first time that I had watched something, like given early access to something. So even if I wanted to, there is no way I could check whether what I was watching was good or not.
And I can't wait to talk about that eventually.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about that on another episode. But it was like such a weird experience for me to be like, I think this is good. My opinion, I think is right, but
doesn't it suck?
It could be wrong.
Doesn't it suck that at the end of the day, it just boils down to I liked it, but is it
That's
only
the thing-
me?
That's the thing that I've started to like from doing this a lot. I've just because now I don't treat movies as like I want to watch that one film that's good. It's like I want to just do something for 3 hours that like lets me shut off.
Yeah.
So I just go to the movies to watch anything, literally anything.
Yeah. My problem with movies right now is that I have such a short attention span.
Really?
It's
the one place I can like shut off.
Because I want to shut off in the movie, but I need to know that it's worth my time, right? That's like it's like taking a leap of faith. And the thing is, if you take that leap of faith and that movie ends up being good, then you enjoy it way more. But I just have like I don't have the attention span to sit through enough shitty movies that I'm just like, okay, I'm just not in the mood for this.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's changed. I don't know why I'm like.
Because I'll tell you what I've been doing actually to offset this, which I know you think I'm a psychopath for this, which is whenever I get recommended random clips on YouTube for a movie I haven't watched, I see that clip and sometimes it's like a banger clip and I'm just like, all right, this movie is worth watching. I'm going to watch the entire movie.
So you have to basically watch like a portion of the movie before you're like, I'm ready to watch the whole thing.
There needs to be something to sell me on this movie.
my
It doesn't even need to be like a high scoring movie or something that people like everyone recommends. There just needs to be something about this movie that I'm just like, okay, there needs to be a hook.
Is there no part of you that just wants to turn up to a movie and know nothing about it and just watch something?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that's the issue of watching things for a job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where I watch enough things for a job blind anyway that in my free time, in my downtime, I want to know that this shit is worth my time.
I get
because
that.
if it's not, then it's just another job.
I
You know?
I understand that. It's weird because even if the movie isn't as good as I would like it to be, I still get the same level of enjoyment from just being in the environment, getting to experience watching something. Even if it's shit, I'm like,
I think you just like the cinema experience.
I really do. And also, I just like having... sometimes it's nice. It's nice watching something that's bad, so I can have a frame of reference. I can be like,
I'm like this is the
if
standard.
everything I watch is good, I have no idea what's bad anymore. And this is why I think I relied on reviews because I only ever watched things that were good.
Yeah.
And I feel like the more I've just been watching stuff and making my own opinions, the more I'm kind of enjoying the process of then just being like, okay, what do I think about that movie? And not look at anything else.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know, because I definitely did feel that I was so spoiled watching everything that was quote unquote good that it was getting
Yeah.
to the point where I'm like, all right, so this must be, I don't know, this must be a weird take. I'm just like, what is good anymore? I don't know.
I mean,
No, I get that,
I
I
watch
get
enough
that.
shit things for my job.
Right,
that
yeah,
I'm
you
just
do,
like,
yeah.
for me, like, there's nothing that grinds my gears more when I watch something and I feel like it was just a waste of time.
I will-
you know?
yeah,
like
I will-
something that's not entirely good, but not even that bad. It was
Right.
just
Yeah, the
there.
mediocre ones are the worst.
The mediocre ones
Yeah.
are just like, I could have done so many
Right.
things
Yeah.
with that time.
Which is why you would never go out your way to watch a 5 or a 6 out of 10.
No,
right?
No.
But if you turn up in a cinema, you don't know what it is, and you watch 5 or 6 out of 10, you're like, no, okay. I mean,
But I'm
well,
not the kind of person who just rocks up to a cinema and goes, I'm just going to watch something.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm at a cinema, I'm there for a specific movie.
If like
I'm the
for me
opposite.
to go to a cinema, I am committed to whatever I'm watching.
So
Yeah.
it's a
Like, 'cause-
movie theater for you Americans out there? Sorry, I know, fucking with you.
No, because like to me, yeah, I get it. Because if you're in the movie theater, like you're committed to be there. And
Yeah.
I've only ever walked out of one movie in my life,
Chad.
and that
one
was
was it?
the live action Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, and that was just because I was just like I watched about 40 minutes and I'm just like, this is neither good nor bad. It's a waste of my fucking time.
Right.
And I went there by myself as well, so I'm like, no commitments. I am just going to walk out. You know.
I'm trying to think, what movie did I watched? I watched The Last Duel recently. Do you know the movie?
What the fuck is that?
All right, so exactly right. So
that a recent movie?
Yeah, all I know about this movie is that it starred Adam Driver and Matt Damon.
Okay.
That's all I knew about this movie. I knew that it was kind of based in like the 1300s or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So turns out the plot is about something where there was a famous rape case in the 1300s in France, and it was kind of like unheard of that there would be, you know, a court trial around something like this.
Yeah.
And then it ended up in a duel. And the whole movie of this thing is like telling the perspective of each person involved in the rape.
Right.
So it's like the woman's perspective, the guy doing the rape, and then the husband of the woman getting raped. And because obviously it's like the 1300s, so the rules are all like totally fucked. And obviously,
Yeah,
you know, and it was good, but it was also like really weird because it was supposed to be like 1300s France, and just Matt Damon was there, and like an American, and then
Not even like-
Is this a new movie?
yeah, but and then like Ben Affleck was there.
Were they doing like a French accent or
No,
anything?
no, it was just American. But it was just kind of like,
Okay.
it was the first time in my life where I'd ever genuinely felt like a movie was bogged down by having actors I knew. Like, I
Right.
was like, this is just like, I don't need to see Matt Damon.
Because you can't
Yeah.
unsee Matt Damon,
Because,
right?
yeah, because I'm watching this movie and I'm like, there could have been so many better people who could have done this role.
Yeah.
And also, you know, if it was in French, I wouldn't have cared. Obviously, it wouldn't have got the budget and obviously, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, it felt weird because then there was like American and then super British dudes and then some dudes with French accents. And it was like this whole weird thing where I was like I think the movie was good, but also there was just like the casting felt really weird.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know what to think. And then I did go online and it was like 8.5 or something. And I was
Really?
like, okay, I mean, I guess that makes sense. But
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
Do your opinions get skewed when you see online reviews or like when you have your initial opinion and then you see the reviews and then you do
definitely.
you think your like opinion gets skewed a bit?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I'd love to tell you I'm immune to my
Yeah.
opinion being
Everyone out there watching is just like, other people's opinion do not affect me.
Yeah.
I have my opinion and that's that. And I'm just
I
like,
think for most things it doesn't affect me, but then there are times again where, like, similar to your situation, where it's like I'm not sure if I enjoyed it or not, so I need like a second opinion.
I need someone
about
to
it.
tell me.
Yeah, I need like a second
You're
opinion.
like, bro, back me up. This
Yeah.
was a good film, right? This is a good film. All right.
You know, and the film is very uncomfortable and you know, it's kind of hard to watch at times, but then I'm also like, I guess that's the point though. That's the idea. It's not supposed to be fun to watch. But then I'm going to the movies to pay for watch something. And so I was in this weird spot where I was like, this could be a 4 or an 8, and I don't know which one it is.
Yeah.
By like public consensus.
So it's one
Yeah.
of those kind of
One of
movies.
those movies.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I left it thinking like, okay, I think it was an 8, but I just wish the casting was better. I didn't read anyone else's reviews. I just saw the score.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe people disagree with me on that, but I was like, yeah, I was just like, whatever. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, I was like, I'm going to watch James Bond.